All right. Okay. We are, what is this?
Episode 13.
Episode 13. This is normally the bad luck episode.
You know what? 13's a lucky number for me, man.
What?
Friday the 13th. I like all that horror shit. So
Yeah, I'm a horror fan too, but
people have this misconception that that's why is that an unlucky number? Why is 7 lucky and 13's not?
because Jason murders people.
Are we really bringing up No.
Yeah,
no.
Crystal Lake, man. He kills. Okay, first of
First of all, that shit's not real.
Okay, first of all, I want to speak on that because, like, in that movie, whoever has sex in that movie
Gets fucked up.
gets murdered.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Don't
the
have
movie,
sex in movies.
Yeah,
Well,
but okay,
horror
but
movies.
Friday the 13th. Okay, I am thinking Jason, right?
Jason. It could be Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy. Don't have sex in horror movies.
But the point that I'm trying to make is they associate that with 13. You have sex, you die. So I have to say the 13's a bad luck number. I have to say that.
I don't know.
Anyways, it's the 13th episode. See, we're doing
Welcome to the chop up.
Yeah, okay, see, at least you said the
Whatever.
name. Whatever.
Whatever.
It's things. It's
Have
stuff.
sex on the 13th if you want.
This is Chris, and I'm going to start off by plugging my social media because it's necessary. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at I'm Chris Green and Instagram at The Ignorance is Free with the Z. If you don't follow me on those platforms, I'll have to kill you.
Yeah, why not, man? This is Mike Devine. You can follow me at Mike Devine. That was some African, like,
Some African shit.
you better follow me. You follow me on. I can't even talk properly now.
You got it, you got
Woo! Mike Devine.
He doesn't remember his social media. I'll inform you guys. You can follow him on Twitter
Oh, my
at
Lord.
Mike Divine Music with a K. Son of a bitch.
You better follow me. If you don't, I put mattress on your head. I don't know. But yo, shout out to Tommy Spitz. He's been like all over our page, man.
What?
On Twitter, like you guys
Oh,
have been
yeah,
bouncing
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yo, Tommy Spitz is bouncing back and forth. I think I heard some new music by him just recently too.
You know what?
Something.
Okay, Spitz. He was telling me because I played the Get Familiar record,
Yeah, I heard that.
and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, why didn't you play my new shit? And I'm like, because like on the episode, I was saying, "Oh, you know what? Like, I got no new Tommy Spitz." And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I just released a record like a few months ago, which I knew about. It's produced by
Right.
Rich Kid called Give Thanks.
Yeah.
Tommy Spitz, we're aware. But I'm just a fan of the Get Familiar record, so I played it. But yeah,
Why
Spitz is he's showing love, man.
That's right. That's wicked, man. Shout out to Tommy Spitz, man.
So what's going on with you guys? What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, man? You know, just grinding, working, hustling,
You
doing my
said,
thing.
You said you listened to the episode last week and you were surprised by my cussing.
Yes, because I know we were trying to shut up and tone down.
Fuck that shit.
You know, and it's really hard, man, when you're trying to be you, us,
No,
them,
I'll say this.
You know, how
no,
can you
Divine,
not cuss?
No. I'll say this. I'm gonna try to hold it back a bit, but this is internet radio. We're online.
Exactly.
There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to say fuck, shit, bitch, ass, cunt, all in one sentence.
That is true, but you cannot say all those words in the same sentence. You should be careful.
So
But,
what you got going, man? Take the lead here. What's going on?
Honestly, man, like realistically, I've just been really going back in time in music, man.
Okay.
I've been taking a lot of time. I've been downloading music on my Apple Music on my Android phone, which is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
But really and truly, I've just been building on music and really, you know what my biggest thing is right now is I told Sprox, I'm itching to get back in the studio.
Oh
bro.
God, Divine.
I'm being honest. I'm itching. No,
This is
and
a
I'll-
conversation
and I'll
you
tell
want to have on the air with
No,
me?
you don't have to say anything. The only reason
This is what you want to do?
No, this is why. This is why, and I'm going to tell
All
you
right,
why. Do you want to know
please.
why?
Yeah,
You
I
want
do.
some-
I really do.
All right.
But don't lie to me because this is now being recorded, and I will
know.
throw
This
this
is-
recording in your face.
This is and I think because of the forum and what we've been doing has really opened up a new side of me that I've never been able to experience before.
Okay.
And having this outlet has allowed me to open up that other side of my imagination again. So I've
Okay.
been writing, I've been wanting to get back in the studio so I can start recording some friggin' music.
Who in Toronto? Because you sing. I know you
I
rap,
sing,
but
yeah.
like you mostly sing. So Toronto artists, who would you work with?
Like as in
Guy's
singers?
digging out his ear in front of me.
So black.
rappers. Like what
Hold
rapper?
on, me have to dig up me ear a few minutes. Something not feel right.
Who do I like in Toronto?
Yeah,
for
who
singers?
would you? Who? No, rap,
Oh.
rap.
Oh.
Who would you work with in Toronto?
Wow, there's a laundry list, man.
Nah, I don't want the list. Just give me a few.
Okay,
Got
I
all time,
really,
nigga.
I really want to work with Adam Bomb.
Why?
I know, right? No, I'm just kidding. No, I really want to work with Adam Bomb. I'd love to do a collab with Theo3 because Theo3, I've been a big fan of his for a long time. One person who I hit up, who I really want to link with, is
Yeah.
Junior T.
Junior T.
Junior T is a bad man for real. I saw him open for Illa J, and he, Junior T's dope.
So
Like, his catalog of music is phenomenal. If you've never listened to Junior T, please listen to him.
yeah,
Like,
no.
his
I've
music
definitely
is
heard his shit
go on
before.
SoundCloud, listen to Junior T. A few other artists I would love to collab with you guys again.
I don't
Puzzle.
rap.
If there's another Puzzle and Paradox album,
Those days are over.
no, no. Let's bring Shaw and Flex back out and let's do another anti-heroes.
What's going
Imagine
on?
that
Okay,
shit.
yeah, but what's
Imagine
going on?
that
Okay.
shit.
And listen, I don't mean to. I know I'm kind of veering left here.
He went really left.
Yeah, I
actually,
apologize.
I went a little bit left, and you brought it all the way
Nigga,
over.
I'm crashing the car.
Yeah,
And
like-
what the fuck? Okay, what's going on with Shaw?
You know what, man? I reached out to him, and I was hoping that I was going to get a response back about him coming through. And he was on the fence. He's like, "Yeah, let me know. Like, we'll link." I haven't been able to.
Okay, but
link
you're
with
talking
him.
about the show. I'm talking about rap.
music.
Yeah.
There's a big X there, man. There's
Excuse me.
nothing. There's nothing going on. And he's just on a different venture. He's
Yeah.
doing stuff with his daughters, and I respect that, and I love him for that. He's a dad of two. He wants his little girl to be a basketball star, and she's phenomenal at it. So he's rolling with that. I'm not sure what his other little one is doing, if she's following in the footsteps of the basketball thing, but
Yeah.
he's a super dad right now, man.
I-
And
no,
he's
I
on
can
his
see that.
grind
I
with
can
it.
see that, man.
Yeah, and I applaud him for that. And if music comes back around in a little bit, that's
I mean,
cool.
like if you guys haven't heard his project, he's got the Latex and
Latex
Perfume,
and Perfume was dope.
which is a dope album. And guess who's on it? This black guy. I'm actually on the record as well. Excuse me, the album as well. I know, right? Which is so weird. Like I didn't, it was a good look, and
Definitely,
I thought I did
definitely.
fantastic. I thought I bodied Shaw on his own
Ooh,
song.
you Eminem'd him.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, Shaw. This is what I'm saying, man. You got a problem with that? You need to pick up the pen again, nigga. But I mean, like,
I have a feeling that he's down in the basement in his man cave.
I think
writing
so.
Still. I don't think he's given that up because I don't think he wants to probably stay as sharp as possible. So when he's ready, he's gonna be ready.
But you know what I also think too? I just think that like even if you kind of stop making music, you still it's always in you. I don't think like once I think if you start if you start to make music just like strictly just on like the love of it, like it was just like a passion.
Yeah.
Even if you stop, I think it's just always in you to do it again.
I would hope so. But some people lose that sense of imagination and things that make them that motivate them to write. Like,
I would think
some people need that the scenery and they need that familiar. They need to go on a subway train.
they need to be like
They
engulfed.
need to be
They need
inspired.
to be immersed.
Inspired.
Well, okay, look, if we're talking about
Because if I'm not inspired, I can't do shit.
but if we're talking about Shaw,
Yeah.
fuck that. If we're talking about you,
Yeah.
I would imagine that having children would inspire you
All the time.
you know what I mean, to like maybe even like write about some next shit. Like for example, like when you look at comedians, right? You have a comedian, they'll be coming up on the underground scene, they'll be talking about fart jokes and bitches and drugs and cocaine, whatever
beginning.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden
Yeah.
they get married, they have kids. Now their whole act change, and all of a sudden they start
true.
to pop off that shit.
It's true.
It's true.
Because that is the material.
Yeah.
That works for them.
So
So even for me, when I write music now or when I'm freestyling or doing whatever, my content has changed because I'm not a miserable asshole anymore.
do you think as like a dad, you know what I mean, especially with a daughter, you could write music like fuck bitches, shake that ass,
Absolutely not.
punch girls in the butthole?
Absolutely
can you,
not.
why not?
Because it's not going to come across genuine because I don't want people calling my daughter a bitch or a
But why
whore.
would they call your daughter a bitch or a whore?
They wouldn't, but I mean,
Do you think if
Every
a girl
girl-
is acting like a bitch or a whore, she should be called a bitch or a whore? What? Yeah, that
Yes.
makes sense.
yeah,
So-
that makes
so-
sense. And it does make sense. But at the same time, you look at all the girls in the music videos and on the scene. They're like, yo, look at the catty and look at the little bitch over here, son. It's like they just categorize all women as one shit, like one thing.
Listen,
Well, that's just what I see.
videos, I think music videos, I think it's a bit different because like, I mean, if you're watching a video and you're seeing a girl twerk half naked, whatever.
Yeah.
First of all, she's a video model. She's getting paid for that.
Yeah, but does she want to be called a bitch or a hoe?
No, I wouldn't think
know what I
so.
mean?
But I'm talking about the gram. I'm talking about the gram. I don't think that like. Let me tell you something. If me and my wife decide to have a child and we have a daughter,
Hopefully it's a boy.
that no, I don't mind having a daughter.
No,
but
daughters are fantastic.
no. But what I'm saying though is like I want her to be ugly. Like super ugly. I don't want her to be like, dude, because I'm on the gram and like I look at some of these girls that are just so into themselves and like all they do, they just post like literally like
Constantly.
10 fucking times a day.
You should see it on the subway and TTC. They're just constantly taking pictures of themselves.
Yeah, and but here's the thing though, okay? Some petty shit. And when I say petty, I mean like pedophile shit because they're like fucking 14, 15.
Looking like they're 21,
And they're in
22.
like ass out, titties out and shit like that. And like they're just totally involved with how they look because they're getting the attention. They're getting hundreds of thousands of likes, right? And like I don't know, man. You know there's like old men ogling them and shit like that. Probably
I
jerking
see
off to their videos and shit on Instagram. And like I don't want I'm not saying like I think I would be a good enough parent to like, you know, my daughter right from wrong, but I mean, I'm not going to be with her 24/7 and
True.
she will have a smartphone.
Probably smarter than our smartphone.
Are you going to be is that something you're nervous about?
I'm overly nervous about that. And I'm not going to toot my own horn, but my daughter's very pretty.
Yeah.
Like she looks like a little Jessica Alba. She's
boy.
gorgeous.
Oh boy.
And I already know
Oh boy.
everybody that's seen my daughter or knows who
boy.
they're like, yo, you better get a shotgun, bro. You
Yeah,
better get
yeah.
a shotgun.
Yeah,
bro.
I seen pictures of your daughter,
First
man.
of all,
She's
she's
beautiful.
thank you. First of all, she's mixed.
Yeah, there you go.
She's half Italian, half Jamaican, Chinese, half.
You better be careful how you're sending out these little informations out there on the airwaves.
Yo,
eh?
let me rewind that. Ozzy, kiss me up. Kiss me. Yeah,
Okay, but go ahead, go
but
ahead.
yeah, she's just, and it's not even that she's a beautiful child. She's a beautiful soul. Like she's a very nice kid.
Yeah.
And that vulnerability is not that good to have beauty and vulnerability mixed. Because then you're a soft, beautiful person who's
Right.
gonna be easily taken advantage
Is she
of.
trustworthy? Like does
She-
she like trust people a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what scares me.
Okay.
Because she's a lot like me. My wife is a little bit more,
You got to work to
you got to
get in.
work to get in
Yeah.
there. Whereas me, I'm more of the pushover kind of.
A little bit more open,
Yeah,
give you a
yeah.
shot type of thing.
Yeah,
So you fuck it up.
Yeah. So with her, she's more of the be careful, and I'm like, just be friends, like go. So I'm gonna have to step it up now
So let me ask you this
to
question.
be a little bit more careful.
Here's a scenario. Okay, she's what age did you graduate from high school? Is that 15 or 16?
From high school,
Yeah.
17.
Okay, you're 17. Fuck
Yeah.
it. She's 17. Prom night. Okay. And you know what happens on prom night. So
She's not going to prom.
okay.
I didn't go to prom.
Nigga, please.
I didn't go to prom.
You're gonna tell your daughter she's not gonna go to prom when
She's
she
not
gets
going to
invited. Anyways.
I'll take her to Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas for my prom, man.
Are you for real?
I went to Las Vegas. I didn't go to my graduation.
You're gonna allow your daughter to go to Vegas on fucking prom
with
night?
us.
Oh.
I went with my mom and my dad and my sister. I wasn't in.
Wait, why didn't your parents allow you to go out on prom night? Oh, you got black.
No,
You got
but
Jamaican
I went
parents.
to. No, they didn't. I wasn't interested in that shit back then. I didn't
Okay.
care. I went to 3 proms that weren't my own.
The fuck?
I went with one girl, and then the next year I went with another girl to another prom. And the next year I went with another girl to another prom. I didn't go to my own prom.
Divine?
Yeah,
Is there something you wanna tell our listeners?
that I don't.
You were a man whore girl?
I was. Yeah, I was a freaking.
just
I was an
always
escort,
like-
and it's weird when I think back, and I'm like, I didn't even go to my own high school prom,
Yeah.
but I went to 3 other friggin' proms,
Okay, hold on.
and they were fun as shit. I heard my prom was boring, anyways.
I want to understand this. So you went to other proms. What?
Yeah.
So to the same school?
No, it was different schools.
So,
because
what
at this time I was hanging out with a lot of people from another town,
Yeah.
like because I grew up in Scarborough.
Okay.
But then I moved out to another place that I won't mention on the air, and then I went,
God.
and then all the people that I was really hanging out with were from the surrounding area. and they were all graduating after I graduated.
So what, gals
And all
were
the
just-
all the girls that I was hanging out with were asking me to go to the prom with them.
Divine, can you go to prom with me?
And I'm like,
Can you
oh,
pop that?
There was no popping except for bottles. But yo, like, and I was
fucking
like, I was
liar.
all for it. I'm like, they're paying for the ticket. I'm gonna go. Fuck it. Free food, free limo,
Yeah.
free dancing, everything, free party, whatever. Would you not do it?
Well, of course I would.
Come on,
I
3
didn't-
proms in like 2
I didn't.
years.
I didn't go to my prom. I never graduated high school.
Yes, you did.
I'm telling you, I didn't
that's
graduate
fine.
high school.
That's fine, man.
I went to college,
Yeah.
but I went to Everest College.
Nice.
That's not nice. Don't you know Everest College? You know the black guy in the commercial
With that ugly hat
Yeah,
on.
with the hat.
You're sitting there doing nothing anyways. Pick up the fucking phone, nigga.
Well, yeah, man, and they shut down. They went out of
I
business.
heard, and so
Yeah.
did the other one. The one my parents were looking into was DeVry. Remember
Yeah,
DeVry?
DeVry shut down too?
DeVry shut down.
What the?
Yeah, and there was another one that I was supposed to go to for music. Trebas
What, Trebas? No,
Institute.
Trebas is still popping. No,
But I haven't seen any. They used to
you're
have
right. No,
commercials.
you're
on-
right. You're right. You're right.
They aren't around. Well, I don't know that for sure.
I actually was interested, and then Fame talked me out of it. Thank you, Fame.
Thank you,
dude.
Fame.
It's like $18,000.
I have no, but you want to know something? And it's funny because I have my best friend that we've been friends since we were like 2 years old.
You have no friends.
No, I hate people. My friend since we were 2 years old. He went to Trebas Institute when it was on Ontario Street, like in downtown, right by the Eaton Center.
Yeah.
And he graduated, and this dude is working for Globe and Mail. Like he's like Emmy Award
What?
winning like writer for Globe and Mail.
That's
Started off
crazy.
with Bell.
Yeah.
Oh no, he started off with like a smaller company. Went to Bell. Now he's at Globe and Mail, like one of the top writers for Globe and Mail.
This came off Trebas.
Of course, because he's in multimedia design, and then he got into writing, and because it all branches in together, and now he's like one of the top writers of Globe and Mail.
I'm not saying like it's not, you can't come up off Travis, but I would have went, and the people who were like, there were whispers of Travis, they were all going for like music engineering or
Yes.
some shit like
Yeah,
that, and
yeah,
and
yeah.
like Fame would always be like, the fuck you doing that for? The reason you would do that is because you get the piece of paper, but what they teach you, that could be self-taught, but but you still need the piece of paper. You're not gonna get to work in like a $200-$300 $500 an hour studio because you know how to run the equipment. They want to see that you've invested in that you're certified, basically.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Fuck, man.
But anyways, on a lighter note.
There's no light notes.
Okay, fuck the light notes. Yeah. So about the Blue Jays. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
So I just want to bring something up. I tried to take in the new Jay-Z album again, just to keep it hip hop for a second.
Yeah,
here.
okay, and we're gonna talk about that because we
I'm-
have to talk about that.
Just- I'm
because
really pissed
you
off.
better not. No, hold on 1 second. Okay, you guys know we're not.
He's
doing
just
this.
grabbing his gun.
No.
He's grabbing his gun.
We're not doing this. We can't do this right now.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay, because we're already 18 minutes into the show. We're gonna do our. I know, right? We're gonna do weekly Ratchet report.
Fuck
Just let
that.
me-
I want to talk about.
No,
Jay
we're going to.
motherfucking
We're going
Z.
to. But let me get into my weekly Ratchet report.
No!
I'll breeze through it.
He has his gun.
and
Security.
and then we'll talk Jay-Z because I have a real fucking problem with you, Divine. But let's get into weekly Ratchet report.
Yeah,
Back in
whatever.
high school, I used to be like, oh, hell no, toe my motherfucking earrings. Nowadays, I be like, oh, hell no, hold my motherfucking eyelash.
The Weekly Ratchet Report, brought to you by The Ignorance Is.
Don't get me f***ed up, bitch. I'm still hood as shit and we'll fuck your ass up.
I love her so much.
She's so awesome.
Yo, she's dizzy dope, bro.
All right, listen, super quick on the weekly Ratchet report. Okay, so baby's grave was dug up so it could be shared with another child. Okay, so a little backstory.
I hope it's
on
their
that.
child.
Little backstory on that. So, mother had a stillborn, and her and her husband were like obviously grieving at the time.
Yeah.
The lady comes in with paperwork while they're grieving, dead baby in her fucking hands, signed this thing. All she thought she was signing was, you can bury my child tomorrow. Apparently there was some fucking fine print in there that she was agreeing for her baby's grave to be shared with another infant. So a year later, the family goes to the fucking gravesite to happy birthday type of thing.
Yeah.
Dude, there's flowers, cards, all this shit for another baby. She's like, what the fuck? That's how she found out that somebody dug up her baby's fucking grave.
Wow.
Yeah, not cool. Moving
Not
on.
cool at all.
Head of private school fired after being caught trying to meet boy 15 years old for sex. So this was in the UK. Now, this private school, Divine, people pay like £13,000 to get their child enrolled in this school, right?
Yeah.
So not only was he like the leader of the school, he was also in charge of like protecting the kids. So he's online looking for 15-year-old butt sex from little boys, and there's like this guy who like he's like a pedophile hunter. So he was posing as a 15-year-old, and when he went to go meet, cops are there. He got arrested. So,
Good. Lock his ass up.
kind of fucked up.
Free
right?
OJ and lock that motherfucker.
Yeah, that nigga's free.
Did it happen?
Yeah,
he
he's
got
out,
parole
man. He's
today?
out. Yes.
Oh!
We'll talk about it, man. Chill.
OJ.
Chill out, nigga.
But he's not black anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Sex robot allows users to simulate rape through a setting where the doll says no. So listen, this is getting real. I talked about this last week.
hell is
that ladies, you guys have a real problem on your hands, okay? Because at the end of the day, listen, if men can get fucked the way they want to fuck in a cardboard box or in their parents' basement, they're not going out to go to school. They're not getting jobs. We do all this shit for pussy. One way or another, we try to become successful so we can get a lady for pussy. These robots, Divine, are getting serious, all right? Like very, very realistic. So apparently this robot, it costs like $10,000. And there's a whole bunch of settings where you can set the thing to basically
say no.
So it simulates rape. So like when they question the manufacturer about this, they're like, yeah, we want to appeal to everyone's fantasy. So apparently
That's a fantasy?
people fantasize about raping bitches.
Not me.
Last but
Not I.
last but not least, woman who walked a seagull on a leash. So she walked a seagull on a leash. She has a 1-year animal ban. So long story short, she's this homeless woman. Okay. She's seen a seagull. The seagull's kind of crying. Put the seagull on a leash. Yeah. People seen it. Call the cops. And when she went to get up, because they're like, you can't fucking put a seagull on a leash. Exactly, right? So but check this out. When she got up, she fucking not sat, but like she leaned and crushed and killed the seagull. Right. So, yeah. Actually, yes. Last one. I gotta say this one. All right. This one's fucked up. So, man high on LSD rescues dog from an imaginary fire. So this guy, he's fucked out of his brain. He's running up and down the streets, banging on people's door because he thinks his neighbor's house is on fire.
Okay.
So everyone's ignoring him. They're like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? There's no fire. Right. So he hops in his car, drives his car through the fucking front door of his neighbor's house, grabs the dog,
and the house is not on fire.
The house is perfectly fine. He's fucked. Grabs the dog, stands in front of the yard like a fucking champion. Cops come, arrest him. After the cops start questioning him, they're like, oh yeah, this guy's fucked out of his mind. Long story short, he spends the night in jail, $10,000 in charges.
Wow.
Stay away from drugs, kids.
First of all, where was the family when he drove this car?
Obviously, they weren't there because he was knocking on the door like your house is on fire. Yeah. So he decided to be a fucking champ and try to save the day from nothing. But that is your weekly Ratchet Report. Like I said, kids, stay away from drugs unless it's marijuana because it's not a drug. Super duper. Okay.
Wow.
Listen, let's talk Jay-Z. Divine.
Okay.
Divine. Yeah. I'm gonna let you go first because I don't know. Something's wrong with you, man.
I'm just gonna say, I've listened to every single Jay-Z album. Okay. I've been listening to Jay-Z before Jay-Z was Jay-Z. I listened to Jay-Z back when he was with Jaz-O. Okay. So this is going back to like the late 80s.
You're already going to prove my point on something.
So all I'm saying is this.
All right.
The new Jay-Z album is horrible. I couldn't even get through the whole thing. I had to turn it off. I was like, this is boring.
Okay.
The production was boring. The raps were boring. The whole concept of the album just didn't do anything for me at all. Like, I went into, okay, first of all, I have the app, got it on there, boop, put the headphones on, chilled out at night, had the whole living room to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna max out, I'm gonna listen to this song, I'm gonna take this in. First song, boop, skip. Second song, minute and 20 seconds in, boop, skip. I just couldn't do it. There was nothing appealing about that album whatsoever. So that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'd have to say that's one of his worst albums.
Okay, at the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
You like chocolate? I like sarsaparilla. I don't know.
Whatever, right? Yeah, the point is everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. This is why I get and I appreciate the fact that, like, you'd mentioned that you listen to all of Jay-Z's albums. This album,
Even Kingdom Come.
listen. This album was not for people who are fans of Jay-Z's music, at all.
So what was it for?
This album was for people who are fans of Jay-Z. You gotta understand something, which you don't need me to tell you this. Jay-Z's a very private person.
Of course he is.
You can agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is the beauty of this album. Anything you would ever want to know about situations that happen with Jay, i.e. Solange Elevator.
Yes.
I.e. the Beyonce situation, i.e. fucking Biggs getting arrested for the weed shit, i.e. His mom's sexuality, i.e. Basically the point that the reason why this album was so great is because he was really sharing everything you ever wanted to know and that he never talked about. In the back of your mind, you're like, what the fuck? Why doesn't he say? He told you everything in this album.
Yeah.
So this album wasn't about, for me, I'll go back to that after.
Yeah.
But this album was more about, like, I'm answering all your questions. Now, a lot of people think this Jay-Z, and I'm just going to touch on Beyonce for a second, the 444 and the Lemonade album, a lot of people think it was just a big fucking marketing thing.
Yeah.
Because Jay and Beyonce very private with their relationships and just in general.
Yeah.
So when Beyonce puts out an album like Lemonade, so naked, so exposing herself, her fans gravitate towards like that. Oh my God, I don't know anything about Beyonce. Now she's telling, I want to know about that. And then of course, Jay-Z does the same thing in response to the Lemonade album, but then also just sharing as well. So some people think it's just marketing, but I think if you're a fan of Jay-Z, I don't think it's marketing. I think Jay-Z's just finally being honest. It's a very introspective album. It wasn't, I got political connects. It wasn't, I used to sell coke. It wasn't, I got the most money. It was, no, this is my fucking life, and I'm telling you guys everything now.
Which is cool, but at the same time, it was just, I didn't feel anything from it. Like, I went in just to listen to it as a Jay-Z album.
So you can't do that.
Right? But at the same time, like, if you're a fan of Jay-Z, the person, but you're also a fan of his music, you would expect him to pull all that together as a whole piece.
So even with that, me personally, I thought No ID did an amazing job on that album. I thought the production was incredible.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. The only song that I'm not 100 on is the one with Frank Ocean, Catch You in Your Eyes. Oh, okay. Because I've heard that sample so many times. Your eyes. Like, I've heard it so many times. But outside of that, I thought he killed the production. Yeah. That song and Kill Jay-Z. I thought the production was a little weak on that. But other than that, I thought, dude, listen, you guys listening, I fucking told Divine that the album's available on Apple. It was on Tidal forever. I'm like, it's available on Apple Music. Yep. This guy he's like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. This guy texted me back same day. He's like, this thing is worse than fucking Kingdom Come. I wanted to take my hand, put it through the phone, and fucking strangle this guy. I listened to this album. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, Divine. When you said that, that's how I felt, but I let the night go. And then the next night I listened to it. I laid out.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't listen to it that night.
Yeah, I laid out. I put the headphones on. I took it in, and I'll be honest with you. I was like, "This fucking sucks."
What, the 444?
The first time I heard it, I'm like, "This fucking sucks."
So what changed your perception?
Let me finish. I'm like, "This album fucking sucks."
Are you sure you were listening to the right album?
I was listening to the right album. I had my headphones on, everything. Yeah. I'm like, I don't like this. So then I'm like, you know what? it's a Jay-Z album. Let me listen to it again.
Yeah.
I listened to it again. I started to like it a little bit more.
Okay.
Listen to it again. The more I listen to it, and up to date, I probably listened to the album like 20 fucking times.
So you're telling me I need to go and revisit it?
Put it this way: after I've listened to it like the first 8 times, I'm in the whip bumping it. I'm at the gym listening to it. I'm whatever. I'm listening to it.
Like
after
you're listening.
After like the 8th time.
Yeah.
Now when I'm just laying out, if I'm just laying in bed and I'm listening to it, you know, Apple Music, you get to look at the lyrics too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah,
listening to it. I'm reading because I'm really, again, I am a fan of Jay-Z.
So you're really
the
invested in this as a
so
fan.
I want to know. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So it's for me. It's almost like I'm listening to the lyrics more than I am the production because it's such an introspective album. Again, totally entitled to your opinion. I know 50 Cent dogged it, but 50 Cent hasn't made a hot album in fucking forever.
Oh, forever. But the thing is too is that I'm a fan of No ID. I really like his production. Like
Yeah.
I grew up listening to No ID's production, even when he did his solo album. I'm a big fan, but for some reason, I don't know, man. Maybe I need to revisit the
How many
album.
times have you heard it?
What, this one?
Yes.
Only once. I only listened to it once.
Yeah, and you haven't even. Okay, let me tell you something.
I have old ears, man.
Yeah, no, you can't do that, man.
I have old
When
ears.
it comes to shit like this,
Like even
these-
the Damn album, Old Ears.
Yeah,
man.
like when it comes to like albums like this,
Yeah.
you have to invest the time in it, man. That's just like motherfuckers like listening to an album for the first time. It's like classic, best album ever. You can't do that. You got to live with
I
it.
hate that.
But it's the same thing you're doing.
And I get it, man. I'm gonna listen to it again. I'll listen to it a couple times.
And your
and I'll
opinion, your opinion is your own. If you listen, you're like, still, this is garbage. You're not the only person that said that.
Oh, I know. It's a lot of people out there that
You know
do
what I
not
mean?
like
You're
this
not
album.
the only. But for me, I love that shit. My joint is Family fucking Feud.
I'm gonna
and
listen to it again.
and
I'm gonna
Moonlight.
listen to it again. If I have time tonight, I'm gonna listen to it again.
Go ahead.
You know. But anyways, on that note, yeah, I would really like to talk about something that really moves me, and
Masturbation.
shout out to Master. I really wanted to talk about one of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh, what's that?
You don't know?
No.
It's called Punny on the Run. No. No. One of my favorite albums of all
Pony
time.
on the run.
Punny on the Run.
You know what's funny though is when you said it, I actually thought you were serious. I'm like, because you know some shit that I'm not even aware of.
If
So
there's
I'm
a song
like,
called Punny on the Run, I'm out this bitch, man. I'm going to put the mic down and that's it. No, but one of my favorite albums that actually made me into a hip-hop lover
okay.
was an album from way back in the 80s. Was It Takes a Nation of Millions. So
Wait, is this your classic report?
It could be. It could not be.
I thought this was your classic report.
Yeah, let's run it then.
You know, you're a son of a bitch. All right, you guys, let's get into this is how like on point
I'm
we are
throwing
today.
it in because I have two albums I want to talk about.
All right,
so
all
we're
right,
gonna,
all right, all right.
we're
That's
gonna
all
throw
you
it
gotta
in
say.
there.
All you gotta say is, all right, nigga, let's do
That's
the
how I'm
motherfucking-
leading into this bitch.
Let's do the fucking classic report. Okay, look, clearly you guys could obviously tell that we're not structured today, but I feel
What
better.
the fuck is structure?
Isn't this better just to go off like this?
I love
think?
it.
All right, good.
Cause
Just-
I'm free falling. Run this shit.
all right, let's get into the classic report.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classic.
Times. Classic. I'm better than I ever been.
Yeah, y'all. What's up?
Yo, Divine was popping and locking.
Yeah. What's
He
up?
was twerking his butt.
I was twerking. Hey, yo, check this out. This is the motherfucking classic report, niggas. What's going on, son?
Jesus.
What the fuck? Like,
Do you kiss your mom with that mouth?
Mikey, what wrong with you?
But yo, check this out. Yo, check this out. Yo, check this out. And yo, check this out. Yo. Hey, yo, okay, this
Are you
is
waiting
a
for
class.
me?
This is a
I'm
class.
letting you go.
Yo, I'm going off, son.
All right,
Hey, yo,
son.
this is a classic report. This is Mike Divine. You can check me out at Mike Divine Music with a K. My pick today, because I wasn't here last week and I'm pissed off about it.
God.
My classic report is none other than, actually, you lied. That's not my classic report.
I don't know.
My classic report for today is going to be revisiting the all-time favorite, one of my classics, one of them that I play all the time, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to just start off by
Oh,
saying,
wow. I like the way you did the fucking the 444, and then now you make the fucking Reasonable Doubt your classic just to make your point even more as to why the 444 sucked. But go ahead.
It's not okay. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna revisit the album. But Party People in the Place to Be, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, one of my favorite albums of all time. I can play that from front to back and not skip a track.
Yo.
That came out in 1996, June 25th on Rockefeller Records, y'all. We had super producers on that album. To this day, Ski Beats is still in the studio.
Yeah, he's fucking
I follow
dope.
him on Facebook, and he's always posting up stuff with DJ Ninja, all this like samurai, like
Nice.
all this stuff. He's a crazy good producer. We had Premier on there. We had Clark Kent on there. We got super artists on there. We had Memphis Bleak. We had Mary J. Blige. We have Notorious B.I.G. on there. That album was such a good fucking album.
Yeah.
But the thing that I liked, and it gets compared to another classic album that I'm going to bring up on another show, is Illmatic.
Yeah.
Because those two were so head to head. Even considering that Illmatic came out 2 years before Reasonable Doubt came out,
Yeah.
they still consider those two like the combatable albums.
I think
of
so.
Classic albums,
I think so.
which I can respect because at that time there was so much beef going on between MCs back and forth. Jay-Z and Nas being the two at the forefront of MCing at that time.
Yeah.
Nobody could decide on who they liked more. And heaven forbid you said you like Nas more than Jay, or somebody said they like Jay more than Nas in a conversation.
And you know what's interesting? I don't mean to take away from that.
No,
but
it's
it's
cool.
like just the Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. It was very like mafioso. You remember like back in like when rappers were like on that mafia tip and shit? Yeah,
Yeah.
even the fucking cover.
the cover, man, with
And-
the big
and-
cigar and the kind of Frank Sinatra look going on.
But Illmatic wasn't that. But his second album, what's the second album?
It was written
was very
mafioso, and
yeah.
But that's when he was hanging out with Mobb Deep, and they were into all of that too. They were talking about all that shit.
Yeah. Sorry,
That
I didn't mean
was-
to
no, it's
stray.
cool because
Yeah.
that, and it's funny because that whole era in the early 90s up until the late 90s,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was talking that mafioso. Like there was a group
The
called
family
there was a
and
group
shit.
called Junior Mafia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So Junior
yeah,
Mafia,
yeah.
and then Nas, Foxy Brown,
The Firm.
and they came out with the
Nature,
Firm.
Nature.
There
Yeah.
you go. So that was all centered around that whole.
Can I
movement.
just say one thing on
Yeah,
that,
of course.
which is fucking ridiculous?
What's that?
Why the fuck, like, we really emulated like the Italian mafia,
Even
a
though
lot.
the
and
Italians
they
hated us?
fucking hate us, Mooly this, niggas this and shit. I just wanted to say that
We're
we
not,
looked,
even
we
the
looked-
Sicilians that were darker than us hated us.
yeah, like I just wanted to point this out. We looked very fucking stupid doing that. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, even De La Soul had a song about something. They said it, but anyways,
Yeah.
besides the point. That album from front to back, like I said before, there's no skip overs. To me, my favorite song, I'd have to say, would be "Can't Knock the Hustle." That
Well,
was
that's
my-
just a classic.
It is, but I think because Mary J was one of my favorite R&B singers,
Mm-hmm.
and when she comes on and she blasts the hook, it's just you can listen to that song now and it's still current.
So okay,
It's just
okay,
a beautiful song.
take not the obvious classics like Brooklyn's Finest. And Take all that shit off the list. What's the best song on the album? 22 Twos.
22
man.
Twos. Yeah, that's
22
weird. Yeah,
fucking twos.
22 Twos is unbelievable, man.
This guy goes, ugh. Come on, buddy.
Like 20, I can't even talk about that song because honestly, man,
Yo, okay.
like clink, 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 can I kick it?
Yo, was that
Like,
who produced it? That was that who did that? I think that was like what do I think that was Tribe or like Q-Tip?
No. That I can't remember who produced that song, but it was. I think it might have been Clark Kent who produced that song. And that was 22 Twos.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know, man. But all I know is that song was absolutely phenomenal, man.
So would you say that was the
I would say I wouldn't say that's the best song, but I would say that's one of the standout songs.
what
that
did
I'd
it
probably
sell?
play.
Did you get that? What the album sold?
The album sold.
I think I know it at least went gold.
Oh, there was another point that I was trying to make about that,
yeah.
but that was not the best song. Think about number 13. Number 13 was pretty fucking.
Nigga,
dope,
I don't
too.
know the fucking track listing off by heart.
And then you got to think of.
Oh, right.
Come
right.
on, man.
Yeah. What's
Can I live?
Yes, Can I Live? That fucking beat was disgusting.
And those horns.
Yeah.
I watched a little documentary on Reasonable Doubt and just the story behind that album and the reason why they played that type of music in that album. It was like telling a story and where he was living, and just that whole vibe, the musical vibe of that album was just so different than
what's the Primo one? Don't you never come around here.
Oh,
no more.
bling bling.
What the
bling.
yeah, what is that song
but
called
that's
again?
But you're talking about A Million.
No, I'm not, man. The fucking do you not have the track listing in front
You
of you
talking
right
about
now?
Friend or Foe?
Friend or fucking foe,
Woo.
man.
No, that's holy shit. See what I mean though?
Yeah, if
But
you
this
guys
is
could
the-
see
but
our
this is the-
faces, every song we're talking about, we
this
got
is
the ugly face.
But this
on.
is the Jay-Z that I love. This is the Jay-Z that I crave to
but
hear. And I know he's grown since then. And I
Yes.
respect that. As
Yes.
artistry, we all grow. We all like different types of music. Like, oh, now I like Coldplay because I'm 50. You know what I mean?
Are you 50?
No, I'm just saying in general, like hip-hop artists change over the years. Their
Yeah,
ears
of
start
course.
opening different music. But Reasonable Doubt, like if you listen to Reasonable Doubt and then you start listening to The Life of Sean Carter Volume 1, 2, 3, the Dynasty album, then you get into like the Kingdom Come and the American Gangster album, and he changes, but there was something right after that album, like Holy Grail, and when he did the one with Kanye there,
Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne, like he really went off on a different tangent, man.
Like in what
just
respect?
I feel like Jay-Z got lazy after a while. A lot of people
Lazy how?
Well, he's a millionaire. He doesn't need to really.
Are you
do
trying to say
anything
that
anymore.
basically
money changed his rap
No, but
style?
okay, well,
almost.
yeah, of course it
But
did.
why? Why are you gonna water down
Because
your
if
style
you're a
because
fucking
like?
Because if you're a fucking millionaire, scratch and not just the millionaire part, but you're making $1 million deals, you're in the business world, you're exposed to politics, you're exposed to art, investing, things of that nature. What the fuck you still rapping about selling drugs for?
Not even just. I don't care if he raps about selling drugs. It's not about what his content was. It was his delivery and his flow that changed.
Yeah, of course it did.
But why? Okay,
I don't
think
know.
about it this way.
Yeah.
John Mayer, he's a singer.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't change the way he.
Yeah,
sang.
but that's singing.
it doesn't matter.
I've never even heard a fucking singer switch it up.
But why should a hip hop rap artist
Because-
change their flow?
To stay current. Okay.
Oh, so it's about current
No.
now. See,
no,
that's
no.
what
No,
pisses
I don't
me
wanna
off.
say that
That's
Jay-
what pisses
No,
me
hold
off
on.
about hip hop.
No, you're putting words in my
Everybody,
mouth.
no, but I hear what you're saying.
Now,
and I hear
but
what
let me
you're
just say
saying.
the
Valid
one
point.
piece.
I hate that.
Let me say
Oh,
the
that
one
pisses
piece.
me off that
Let me say
people
the
have
one
to stay
piece.
current.
Let me say the one piece. Jay-Z didn't switch up his style to stay
I'm
current.
not saying that
at
he-
all.
okay, I'm not saying
But
that he
what
did.
I'm saying though is people do
People
switch their
do.
style to stay current. I'm not saying Jay did.
Yes,
Yes, Jay, you've never heard Jay rapping like that.
But I'm surprised. Well, almost.
No.
Not almost, but it's just like it just seems like he's just getting fucking lazy, like all these.
He
new other
raps.
rap.
No, he raps.
He raps, but it's not like
No, he raps
It's not
like-
intricate the way he used to.
No,
rap.
not at all.
Like
Not at
listen
all.
to Reasonable Doubt and then fucking listen to like Watch the Throne. and
Reasonable
all that
Doubt is
shit.
the only Reasonable Doubt. No, up to Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Reasonable, and after that,
Did
like
you
his
listen to
whole-
the Dynasty album? Did
Yeah.
you listen to Streets is Watching?
Of course, but Streets is Watching was around Volume 1.
I know, but what I'm saying is that Jay-Z's catalog of music and the shit that he put out,
Yeah.
was fantastic. Even the Black album was dope.
Yeah, but he wasn't rapping like he did on Reasonable Doubt.
No, but it still gave me that similar sound.
nigga.
Like the production was dope on the Black album for the most part, and the way he was rapping was similar to what he did on Reasonable Doubt. It's like his voice tone changed, his wordplay changed. Like he just got. It's almost like the
He's
beat
not
was the
getting
beat was
lazy,
no, but the beat was
man.
writing, and he was just kind of laying back in the cut. Like I
Jay-
wear pants on my feet. I got nothing to eat.
Nah,
Sweet.
nah.
You think that you can cheat? Nigga,
Not a-
you know
not-
my name is Jay-Z.
Not at all. Not at all.
It just feel like he just got
all.
weak.
Listen, let me tell you
I
something.
feel like the older a lot of these MCs get and the more comfortable they are in their situations and their surroundings,
Yeah.
they just get fucking
But
lazy.
no, a lot of them do, but Jay's not doing that. What Jay's doing, remember when Jay was like trying to get Brolic? No, Nas like trying to get Brolic. Ask me if I'm trying to kick Knowledge.
Yeah.
Jay is trying to kick Knowledge now. Jay's taking his shit, what he's living,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about this when we were talking about the Money to the Air shit.
Yeah, I know.
Jay-Z's like, look, you guys think the artwork I'm buying is fucking bullshit. Nah, nigga, it's an investment. You're going to go spend fucking $250,000 on a car. Soon as you drive that car off the lot,
It loses
depreciates
its
in value.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's buying a fucking painting for $1 million.
That's gonna
A year later,
increase.
it's too. He's trying to show you, look, not everybody has millions of dollars to invest. That's a given. Thousands to invest. That's a given. That's not the point. The point that he's trying to make in his music today is, look, think about what you're doing with this money.
Long term.
He says in the story of OJ, financial freedom, my only hope. What he's saying is, I'm black in America. There's no fucking chance I'm going to have real freedom. The only freedom I have this chance is money.
Yeah.
So from a young age, if you're making $30 an hour, 20 an hour, 100 a week, whatever it is, take that 100, put aside some amount, save, invest. He's trying to show you, like, if you intend on getting freedom in this country, you're only going to get it financially. You understand what I'm saying? So I think I do get what you're saying. Like, his delivery is definitely dumbed down, but you got to also think about who he's talking to, man.
It's a different audience.
Think, like, people are stupid now. You try to kick some knowledge, you just may go over the fucking head. You may take their head off, and you're trying to help them.
So you got to slow it down a little bit.
You got to put the, who said it? Pac. I think it was Pac. You got to put the candy, the medicine in the candy.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, I appreciate what you're saying. But back to Reasonable Doubt. An amazing classic. I'm not going to take anything away from it. I'm just going to say it's a classic album.
All right.
One of my favorites. Leave it in the comments if you agree, if you don't agree, if you don't like Jay-Z and you're a Nas fan. A lot of people who love Nas do not like Jay-Z at all. Just being plain and simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the Classic Report. That was my Classic Report for today.
I agree. I think it was a 10 out of a 10 album.
I give it a 10 plus. It's one of my favorites.
Of all the Jay-Z albums, where does it rank?
Number one.
Yeah,
In my
over
opinion.
Blueprint?
Yeah, Blueprint's probably third.
What's number 2?
Number 2, I like the Dynasty.
444.
I like the I like the Dynasty album. I actually really, I know it's not a full Jay-Z album because there's a lot of collabs on it.
Yeah.
And it's all of them on that, but
Yeah.
I really, really like the Dynasty album.
4.5 mics from the source, the Dynasty album.
Really?
Yeah, man, that
I
album's
never-
fucking dope.
I love that album, man.
Yeah,
And
it's
Beanie
sick.
Siegel on there. You got Oskino. You got a lot of people on there. That album was phenomenal, man.
Oskino got fucking robbed on that, by the way, because he did the that something gushy stuff or whatever like that. you know what song?
bring out the Gush?
No. But you know
I
what song
heard
I'm
about
talking
that whole situation, how we didn't get a check from that shit.
That's fucked up.
Can you believe that shit?
Guy, okay, so
And that song went how
that's
much?
like one of his biggest records. Give it to me. So, like, you know the story, like, apparently they were in the studio. Oskino was just rapping.
Yeah.
Jay's walking in the studio. He hears that little part. He's like, yo, come do that on the fucking hook for me. Oskino's
My man got no royalties on that.
he got fucked. Yo, message.
I watched a whole video about that shit.
Yeah.
Oskino is pissed off, bro.
Yo, I want to talk about this Freedom Writers album.
Yeah,
again.
buddy.
I went to go link Sprox today. I'm supposed to be for like 2 fucking minutes, 45 minutes later.
There's never two
Yeah,
minutes.
ever. So I picked up the advanced copy of the Freedom Writers album again. I haven't listened to it. It's still in the packaging. What do we got here? Proletarian Music is the intro. Saving Grace, Cloud9. These are their stories. Take Flight, Pay the Price, Shooting in the Dark. What We Do for Them, What's Free, One Time, Real Like That, Respect the Collectors. That's actually the full name of the album.
You see?
That's,
But
not,
yo,
that's not a track
are
list.
you excited to check this
That's
out?
That's a track
Are
list.
you excited
Yeah,
to-
yeah. I mean, I'm excited to check it
I'm
out.
really excited to look at this.
I just don't like the artwork.
Yeah,
I showed it to my. I don't mean to cut you off. I showed it to my wife, and but then I showed her the first one, the now one.
Oh yeah,
I showed her
yeah,
the
yeah,
now, and I
yeah,
showed her
yeah,
this
yeah,
one, and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, "Did they run out of money?"
Oh my god!
Because I just don't. I don't like the artwork.
Yeah,
man.
it's a little weak, but I mean, I don't really
It's
care
like
about
something
the
I'd put
artwork.
my drink on.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I personally, I'm more excited about the music.
Of course, I'm
But
very excited
I'm
about
a very,
the music.
I'm the type of person like, cause I buy music.
Yeah.
So I like things that are very appealing. Like packaging is very important to me.
Of course.
So you remember back when you used to go to HMV or wherever and buy an album, and you'd be like, "Whoa, the cover's sick."
Well, I mean,
I
that's
want a
what's-
sick cover. I want to see their faces on here.
Yo, what if
I
you?
would like to have the faces like kind of maybe blended into this a little bit, you know?
I don't even know what that is. What
I
is
don't
that in the
know.
background? Is it like a
Oh,
brick
fuck.
cracking?
How the fuck am I supposed to?
Listen. I'm not trying to.
know what the fuck
I'm not
that
trying to overanalyze because I haven't heard the content yet. But the one thing that we can speak on was is the Saving Grace. Have you seen that yet?
The video? Yeah.
Saving Grace, dope record, and shot by Sprox.
Of course.
What I found out today was apparently not all the footage was shot by him. I asked him, I'm like, yo, is that all you? He's like, nah, some of it's stock, but he's like, the majority of it was him, which is
nice.
pretty dope.
That's amazing.
right.
He's good at
you know
what he
I'm
does.
saying?
man.
Yeah.
He's
So
good.
it was a pretty sick video. No freedom riders in the video.
Yeah. But you know what though? There's been a lot of artists that have
Yeah,
done that.
yeah,
You know, Jay-Z's even done that in a couple of
His
his
new
videos.
one.
Yeah, like
His new
he's
one.
not
He's
in
not in
there.
it.
So I mean, I think sometimes you gotta let the art speak for itself and leave it to the imagination.
Just
of
let the
people
music- let
let the
people fall
music
in love with the
ride out.
music.
And I like those videos, man, those introspective videos where you kind of gotta just zone out.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very visual person and I like to see what I'm watching. I know that sounds weird.
So where do you what do you think? Do you think this album's gonna deliver versus the Now?
I think it's probably going to be on par or just a little bit better. I'm looking for some new sound, some new production. I know Sprox likes to use that boom, like those heavy drums and samples. So.
It's not all Sprox.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
Fat
okay.
Tony's on it.
Oh, nice.
Toe Mason.
Yeah.
But Live's on there as well.
Okay.
Right.
So it's going to be a well-rounded like a little bit different.
Remember what you were saying with the Bomb? You were like, what would have made that a classic is if we had a little bit more variety in the production. So we're
There we
gonna
go.
get that on.
I'm
again.
excited to take this in and listen to it. We can revisit that on the next show.
Yeah.
And we can talk about it because I think it's important for people out there in Toronto. I know in Toronto we want to be from the U.S. Even
Fuck
though
that.
no, a lot of people want to be so Americanized because of the music that we listen to, but we have to start supporting Canadian artists, whether it's hip hop, country, R&B, pop, whatever the shit you listen to, EDM. I don't care what you
Support
listen
it
to.
if it's Canadian.
Please support Canadian music, especially the Freedom Writers again and Atom Bomb. These guys work hard and they put out music regular like diarrhea. So please, if you have a chance to pick this up,
Yeah, man. Go to their Bandcamp, Freedom Writers Music, and you can cop it there. My understanding is also going to be on all of your other streaming services, Spotify,
Nice.
Apple Music, Tidal. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys go out there and support
And
that.
if you really like the album, in the comment section, you can link us of how to get an actual physical copy. of this,
Absolutely.
because I like having the physical CD to put in my CD deck.
Yeah, Divine's old. He still has tapes.
Whatever. I have
yo.
a cassette tape tattooed on my damn arm.
Yo, Divine, we got fucking 8 minutes left in the show. Let's get into your nigger report.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's go. Nigger report. So bad.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, 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 y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, cause I'm black.
Yeah, what up, though? I'm black, y'all. Hey, yo, check this out. This is Mike Divine, a.k.a. Divine Soul. For my segment today, I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to talk about an album that made me realize I was a real black guy.
Yeah, remember, we only got 7 minutes, black guy.
Okay, so check this out. If anybody can remember, this is actually another classic report. Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back,
Yo.
was one of the most influential albums that I've ever listened to in hip-hop history for me personally. This gave me a lot of empowering moments as being a black person growing up in Whitby, Ontario. It's a little bit outside of Ajax Pickering, if you're not familiar. It's east of the GTA.
We used to call it Whiteby.
Whiteby, and then you had the Schwa. So growing up in that area at the age that I was, Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back came out in 1988, which carried me over into my teenage years moving out there. So this album actually was really important to me because it gave me a sense as to what was going on politically, financially in the black community all across the world, especially in the American states. So for me, I took this album as a piece of history with me when I moved because it helped me remain, like gave me some knowledge of self and some self-empowerment. And the words that Chuck D was instilling into us as people helped me maintain a sense of self and a little bit more direction. Because when you go from a multicultural, diverse area like Scarborough, and then at 14, 15, you move to Whitby, you need something that's going to keep you fresh and keep you grounded and keep you self-aware.
Absolutely.
So when I grabbed that cassette tape back in 88, from first Yo Bum Rush, the show came out, which wasn't as political a forward. And then you had It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, and you listen to Black Steel and The Hour of Chaos. All those songs were like the definition of me. It's like I held those songs true-heartedly to me because it was tough growing up as a black person, one of the only black families at that time living in such a predominantly white neighborhood.
Is Whitby still like that though? Mostly white people?
No, well, a lot of families from the West End are moving out there because the real estate is a little bit lower and they can get a bigger house. They can live in the suburbs.
But how are we getting welcomed with open arms? Like,
No, I don't
right,
know.
blackies.
I don't know if it's welcome arms, but it's changed. It's changed
Okay.
a lot. I mean, I haven't been out to Whitby in a long time, but it's changed a lot. But I think hip hop has always had an influence, really, no matter where you go.
Absolutely.
Because my best friend when I moved out there was a white guy, and he was the one who introduced me to a lot of hip hop that I didn't even really know about.
Yeah.
So hip hop does cross over the color barriers no matter what area of the world you're in. Somebody's always going to know about hip hop and rap music. So, but that being said, like Public Enemy was also the first concert that I ever went to with that friend at the concert hall in Toronto.
Yeah.
When I was 16, my parents asked me, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" I want to go see Public Enemy at the concert hall. They bought us tickets, dropped us off at the front door. We stood up in the rain. And it's funny enough that the first, when we went, that was our first concert. The album that they played throughout the speaker system before Public Enemy came on stage was Ice Cube.
Oh shit.
Because Ice Cube and
Which
Public
Ice Cube
Enemy,
album?
It was the first solo album that he did.
Okay.
Right? So because he was actually working with Public Enemy.
Yeah, I
on his
remember.
First
Yeah,
album,
was it Bomb Squad or something?
yeah,
like
Bomb
that?
Squad.
Yeah.
So it was like, and that's what got me into listening to more Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Was hearing that album over the loudspeaker because
Nice.
I had the album on cassette tape, but on a dub when you could dub and put tape over the thing. And I remember I'm like,
We're
wait a
old.
second, I have this tape.
Yeah.
So Public Enemy opened the door and the floodgates of me listening to a lot more West Coast because I wasn't really open to West Coast. I only knew about NWA. So for me, being a black person in that type of environment, I needed positive music for me to help me stay who I was,
Of course,
and be
and not-
proud of who I was,
and not get bleached out, basically.
yeah. And Public Enemy really was that group that Chuck D's words were really prominent, and his words were very punchy and very forward. Like if you ever listen to Chuck D, it's almost like he's preaching to you. He's like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King in one. He was very, very pokey with his
stay
words.
black.
Yeah,
When you're at your white friend's house and your white friend's like, hey Mike, do you want some water or do you want some
grape drink.
Grape drink.
I want the grape motherfucking
And
drink.
inside you're like, I really should say water, but then Chuck D's like, nigga, you better take that motherfucking grape drink.
If you're going home early because your mom and dad want you home, but your white friend's offering fried chicken, you're staying for fried chicken. But I just want to say, like, that album definitely was one of the reasons why I fell in love with hip hop too.
No doubt.
You know, and just the empowerment of it. And then X-Clan came out, and there was so many black uplifting groups that really helped me out through my teenage childhood.
And with that, I just want to say, I don't mean to cut your segment short, but
No,
I
it's
mean,
okay.
it'd be very interesting to hear all that black power shit, white man is the devil shit, and your best
Oh,
friend
Brand
is
Newbie,
right.
Brand Newbie.
Your best friend's right there.
But
who's
all my
white.
white friends were listening to it.
I know, and they're like, yeah, fuck white people.
They were rocking African medallions and listening to Brand
Oh,
Nubian,
my-
even though Brand Nubian was talking about 5% Nation and
White man
was
I can't remember.
devil.
I can't remember who said it, but it's so true. Like we really and truly are like one of the most copied people in the entire world.
by far.
Everybody wants to be us, but nobody want to. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
That's a good T-shirt. Hey,
That's
yo, you better
fucking Paul-
copyright that.
that's Paul Mooney. That's Paul Mooney.
Oh, it
man.
is? I
Everybody
saw-
want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga,
Yeah,
and that's a fucking fact.
It is a fucking fact.
Okay, yo, we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I love being black, by the way.
Me too. I like today's episode. I thought today's episode was pretty natural sounding. You know, we got. I think I want to have more like this. What do you think?
I think, you know what? I'm totally open for
Who
it.
cares what you think? Okay, so
Because I'm black, y'all. Because I'm bliggity. Yeah.
So yo, but again, like always, listen. If you're just catching the tail end of the show, make sure you guys hit up the YouTube channel. The Ignorance is free with the Z.
and
The
if-
show's airing now. Don't
if-
forget to like and
No,
subscribe.
No liking. And if Amber Rose calls your phone, make sure you block that motherfucker.
Amber Rose is a whore. Okay. You can also follow me on Twitter at I'm Chris Green. And on my Instagram at The Ignorance is free with a Z. With a
And this
Z.
is Mike Divine. You can follow me at Mike Divine. Wow, I can't even talk
nigga's
anymore.
high.
At Mike Divine Music with a K. Yeah, like and subscribe. And also, please comment. I want to see comments.
Comment.
Yo, comment
Also, yo, just again, make sure you guys go check out that Freedom Writers.
Freedom
album.
Writers.
All right, it's available on all your streaming services. Don't forget to buy that shit, share that shit. I haven't heard it, so it might suck. I doubt it, but we'll talk about it next week. Let you guys know what we think. Lastly, of course, Shaw Prince. Do you have any words for Mr. Shaw Prince?
Shaw Prince, man, pick up your damn phone, man.
Shaw Prince.
I'm going to message him right now as I'm sitting here.
All right.
I'm going to be like, yo.
He's actually doing this right now.
I'm like, yo.
This
guy looks like Nas, but he's like light skinned.
We're gonna tune out, man. And again, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure
better.
hit up the fucking YouTube channel, man. We got a lot of ignorant shit for you guys. Also, again, big shout outs to Mike Boogie and Max.
Yes, Mike Boogie Wagwan.
All right, Super Nigga Black Powers. We out this bitch.
Yeah, buddy.